Happy feast day John Bosco Ramfalbil. John Bosco ni feast day na.
When we browse through the life of Saint John Bosco, often referred to as Don Bosco, we realize that his mission was to befriend or to love. In 1888, while on his deathbed, he whispered to his Salesians, "Love each other as brothers. Do good to all and avoid evil." John Bosco was born on 16th August 1815 in the village of Becchi in northern Italy. Being poor farmers, after the death of his father Francesco, his mother Margherita raised him with great difficulty, but taught him how to work and to recognize God in life's fortunes and misfortunes. So, for Bosco, to pray meant to speak with God on his knees, on the kitchen pavement, and to think of God while seated on the grass, gazing at the heavens. All of us need a dream, a vision to inspire us. John Bosco, when he was just 9, had a dream. He saw a crowd of very poor boys playing in a big field and were insulting and fighting with each other. When John started yelling and punishing those who were misbehaving, a man of majestic appearance told him, "You will have to win these friends of yours, not with blows, but with gentleness and love." And a lady just as majestic added, "This is your field. This is where you must work." Bosco was more than just a dreamer. He knew that education was the key to helping the young people. He developed certain skills, combining entertainment with teaching and praying in order to win over their hearts. Amused by his magical balancing act, the young people would gladly listen to his lessons or pray with John Bosco. He was not only helping and educating the young and the disadvantaged, but journeying with them towards heaven. "Give me souls, take all the rest," was his life's program as he became a priest in 1841. Following the advice of his spiritual guide, Don Bosco went throughout the city of Turin and saw the miserable living standards of workers and the youth aimlessly wandering the city streets, unemployed, abandoned, living in hopelessness and prone to crime and evil. His encounter with the juvenile delinquents made him do all he could to prevent the youth from getting into these tragic situations and to find new methods to contact the youth on the streets. Don Bosco's work with the young grew, and many boys became his followers, called the Society of St. Francis de Sales, which was formed in 1859. The joyful and optimistic spirituality of St. Francis de Sales, who said, "You catch more flies with a spoonful of honey than a barrel full of vinegar," attracted John Bosco to choose him as patron of the congregation. The source of his untiring activity and the fruitfulness of his work was his constant union with God and his deep confidence in Mother Mary's support and inspiration, which is evident from his own words, "I have done nothing by myself. It is Our Lady who has done everything." It was under Mother Mary's guidance that he began his first oratory, the trade school, the orphanage, and the Salesian family in 1871. Daughters of Mary Help of Christians to assist girls, and in 1874, the Salesian Cooperators for lay people who would work for young people without joining a religious order. Don Bosco was more an educational practitioner than an educational theorist. He believed education to be a matter of the heart and said that the youth must be loved and know they are loved. His was a preventive educational system, rejecting corporal punishment and placing students in surroundings far from the likelihood of committing sin, and educating the whole person, body and soul. Don Bosco was a restless spider till he accomplished God's will. He used to say to those who urged him to rest from his activity, "First tell the devil to rest, and then I will rest too." Don Bosco was a man of prayer. Once, when his prayer was interrupted by the visit of a wealthy noble, he excused himself for being late, saying, "My dear sir, you are a good friend of mine, but God comes first. He also used to repeat, first of all, Don Bosco is a priest. Don Bosco's soul left for heaven on 31st January 1888. On 1st April 1934, Pope Pius XI declared Don Bosco a saint, calling him a giant of sanctity. Saint John Bosco is the patron saint of editors, educators, magicians, and youth. Saint Don Bosco, pray for us and for all the young people in the world.